Sand and Ashes, Part 3, The Decoy. It started loud. Engines moved low across the dark, their sound rolling over the terrain like distant thunder. Radios cracked and overlapped, voices stepping on each other as units shifted into position. Vehicles pushed forward, just enough to be seen, then disappeared again. From the outside, it looked like a hunt closing fast. Inside the compound, lights snapped on. Guards moved with urgency. Trucks repositioned. Men took up firing angles. Confusion spread. Exactly as planned, Gideon stood behind a wall of screens, arms still, eyes tracking every movement. Layers of intel stacked in front of him, intercepts, routes, patterns all feeding into one point on the map. At first, it looked like chaos. Then it resolved. They weren't hunting the target. They were guiding him. The leak had gone out hours earlier, carefully placed, shaped just enough to be believed. It moved through channels they knew the target trusted. Then came the pressure, movement, presence. Not enough to strike, just enough to feel real. A man like that didn't run without thinking. He calculated, measured risk, looked for the safest ground, and when the threat felt close enough, he would lock himself down. Gideon watched it happen in real time. Vehicles inside the compound stopped moving. The perimeter tightened. Lights went dark one by one. Doors sealed. A voice came through the radio, low and certain. "He's locking down." Gideon didn't respond. He didn't need to. The map froze. No movement, no deviation. The target had chosen the ground, exactly where they wanted him. Hours passed in silence. No adjustments, no pursuit, just a fixed location, held steady on the screen. Then the strike came. No warning, no build-up. A distant flash split the horizon bright, enough to swallow the night for a single breath. The sound followed after, heavy and final, rolling across the land like a closing door. When it faded, the compound was gone. Gideon stepped outside. Smoke climbed into the sky, slow and steady. The air felt still, like everything had already moved on. No one spoke, no one celebrated. It wasn't that kind of operation, because they hadn't chased the target. They hadn't fought him. They had convinced him to stay. Gideon stood there a moment longer, watching the smoke rise, something settling into place. He hadn't fired a shot, but the outcome had still passed through him, and now he understood. Sometimes the mission wasn't about pulling the trigger. Sometimes it was about deciding where it landed. Like and follow for Part 4.